We all know that India is the most populous country in the world. In addition, countries like China, Indonesia, and the United States also have huge populations, numbering in the hundreds of millions. However, in this world, there are also some countries with extremely sparse populations, some of which have a population of less than 1,000 people. These countries are small and have very limited space to live and work. Lacking adequate land and resources, these countries face great challenges in creating wealth and achieving prosperity. Are you curious about who these small countries are? Next, let's take a look at the 10 least populous countries in the world. Like our video? Then don't hesitate and subscribe to our channel now. We will take you to explore cities and stories around the world. Number 10. Republic of Malta. The Republic of Malta, this charming island located in the Mediterranean Sea, has a total area of only 316 square kilometers, but its strategic location is very important. The island of Malta is located at the intersection of 3 continents: Europe, Asia, and Africa. The Italian island of Sicily is only 90 kilometers away, while the African continent is only 300 kilometers away. This location makes Malta a sea bridge connecting the 2 continents, and is therefore known as the heart of the Mediterranean. As of 2024, Malta's total population is approximately 530,000, with the majority of residents being Catholic. Tourism is one of the pillars of Malta's economy, attracting 3 times the number of tourists every year as the country's population, and tourism revenue accounts for approximately 30% of the country's gross domestic product. It is worth mentioning that due to Malta's small size, tourists can take a bus to travel around the island in half a day.
Número 9. Maldives.
The Maldives is an archipelago country in the Indian Ocean with a total area of 115,300 square kilometers, of which the land area is only 298 square kilometers. By 2024, the country will have a population of approximately 520,000. The beauty of the Maldives stems from its natural formations. It consists of 26 atolls and 192 coral islands scattered over an area of approximately 90,000 square kilometers of sea. About 200 islands are inhabited. These islands are usually very small, with an area of between 1 and 2 square kilometers, and are extremely low-lying, with an average altitude of only 1.2 meters. Since the 1970s, tourism has become the mainstay of the Maldives economy. Thanks to its superior geographical location and unique island customs, tourism revenue has long accounted for 25% to 30% of the GDP, becoming one of the country's main economic sources. Number 8. St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Kitts and Nevis may sound like 2 separate countries, but they are actually one country united together. Historically, the 2 islands were under British colonial rule until independence, when residents decided to unite into one country due to their shared historical background. The total area of St. Kitts and Nevis is 267 square kilometers, of which St. Kitts Island covers an area of 174 square kilometers and Nevis Island covers an area of 93 square kilometers. The total population in 2024 is only 55,000. As a small country, tourism is the main economic pillar. In addition, St. Kitts and Nevis also issues passports through the Investment Immigration Program, which has become another important source of financial revenue. This kind of passport enjoys the convenience of visa-free or visa on arrival in 150 countries and regions in Europe, Schengen countries, the Commonwealth, and the Caribbean, so it is also known as the King of Passports. Number 7. Marshall Islands. The Marshall Islands, located in the Micronesia region of the Central Pacific, consist of 1,225 islands and reefs. These islands and reefs are divided into the Sunrise Islands and the Sunset Islands, located in the southeast and northwest respectively. The distance between the two is about 208 kilometers. The capital, Majuro, and Ebi Island in Kwajalein Atoll are the most populated areas. As of 2024, the total population of the Marshall Islands is only 41,000. The natural environment of the Marshall Islands is extremely beautiful and is known as the Black Pearl of the South Pacific. It is far away from the hustle and bustle of the city, with no industrial pollution, fresh air, and the crystal clear blue water and white sandy beaches, all of which make people feel the ultimate relaxation of body and mind. At present, the Marshall Islands still retains many traditional customs of the Pacific indigenous people. Among them, the tattooing habits of indigenous people are particularly special. Tattooing is not only a kind of body decoration, but also a sacred ritual.
Número 6. Liechtenstein.
Liechtenstein, this charming small country located in the middle of the Alps and the Rhine Valley, borders Austria to the east and Switzerland to the west, with an area of only 160 square kilometers. Its history dates back to the Roman Empire, when it was part of the province of Rhythenia. It was not until 1806 that it was recognized as a sovereign nation, but it did not officially gain independence until 1866. Currently, the country's total population is only 39,000, making it one of the least populous countries in the world. In fact, Liechtenstein is a haven of culture and art, with several museums including the Museum of Fine Arts, the National Museum, and the International Ski Federation Museum. Just minutes from the country's cultural center to the Alps, beautiful natural landscapes and a wealth of outdoor activities such as hiking, cycling, and mountaineering offer enthusiasts endless possibilities to explore. The lush vegetation reserves in the Alps provide a spiritual and imaginative sightseeing experience, attracting tens of thousands of tourists every year. Number 5. San Marino. San Marino is completely surrounded by Italy and is located about 200 kilometers north of Rome. The country is the third smallest in Europe after the Vatican and Monaco, with an area of 61.16 square kilometers and approximately 33,000 inhabitants. San Marino is famous not only for its tiny size, but also for being the oldest surviving republic in the world, dating back to 301 AD. It is said that a Christian stonemason named Manilo founded the country to escape the persecution of Christians by the Roman Empire. San Marino joined the United Nations in 1992, and although it is one of the least populous countries in Europe, it is one of the richest countries in the world. In this country, the number of cars even exceeds the population, which speaks volumes about the high standard of living of its residents. Number 4. Nauru Island. Nauru Island is located about 42 kilometers south of the equator in the Central Pacific. This unique coral reef island country has a total area of approximately 21.1 square kilometers and a population of only 13,000 people. Although there are no rivers flowing through Nauru, the only lake on the island is also a saltwater lake. Therefore, there are almost no natural freshwater resources here, and residents almost all rely on imported drinking water. Despite its water challenges, Nauru is rich in mineral resources. Over thousands of years, countless seabirds have chosen Nauru as their habitat, leaving a thick layer of guano on the island. After a long period of chemical changes, these guano are transformed into high-quality fertilizer up to 10 meters thick. This fertilizer is called phosphate mineral. Phosphate mines cover 2/3 of the island and have become one of Nauru's treasures. Nauru exports phosphates to Australia and New Zealand, which is one of the country's main sources of income. Third place, Tuvalu. Tuvalu, also known as the Alice Islands, is a Pacific island nation located south of Australia. This country consists of 9 atolls with a total area of only 26 square kilometers and a total population of only 11,000 people. The natural conditions in Tuvalu are very harsh. The land is barren. There are very few plants suitable for growing, and there are almost no exploitable natural resources. Therefore, there is almost zero industry here, and it is one of the least developed countries in the world. Because the country is low-lying and the highest point is only 4 meters above sea level, rising sea levels caused by global warming pose a huge threat to Tuvalu. Current trends indicate that if sea levels continue to rise, more than half of Tuvalu may be submerged in seawater within the next 50 years, making it one of the countries in the world most affected by sea level rise. Number 2. Principality of Monaco. The Principality of Monaco, a small country located in southwest Europe, has a total area of only 2.08 square kilometers, which also includes about 0.5 square kilometers of reclaimed land. This country is surrounded by France on 3 sides and borders the Mediterranean Sea to the south. It has a coastline of 4.86 kilometers. As of February 2024, the country's total population is 39,000. But among them, Monaco's national population is 9,600. Although the population is small, the Monaco government is pursuing a diversified, high-value-added and pollution-free economic development strategy, with tourism and finance being the most prominent. Currently, Monaco's per capita GDP is as high as 69,380 euros, ranking among the highest in the world. In addition to its economic strength, Monaco is also a bright business card on the world tourism map. Its natural scenery and urban construction are also quite attractive, making tourism one of the country's pillar industries.
Número 1. Vatican.
Vatican City, a country located on the highlands northwest of Rome, Italy, is one of the smallest countries in the world, with only 0.44 square kilometers. As of February 2024, the permanent population of the Vatican is 620, the majority of whom are Italians. Although small in size, the Vatican is a cultural center known for its rich history and cultural heritage. Among them, the Vatican Museums is one of the most famous museums in the world. It houses many art treasures and attracts more than 5 million tourists every year. Of course, another important reason why the Vatican attracts tourists is St. Peter's Basilica. This church has a history of more than 500 years. It took 70 years to build, covers an area of more than 20,000 square meters, and can accommodate up to 60,000 people. St. Peter's Basilica is not only a religious holy place, but also an architectural miracle of great historical and artistic value.